Most people think discipline is a personality trait, something you are either born with or doomed to live without. They look at focused people and assume they are different, stronger, more motivated, more in control. They are wrong. Discipline is not strength. It is not willpower. It is not a character. It is design. And if your life is not disciplined, it is not because you are broken. It is because your life is poorly designed. Your brain was not built for greatness. It was built for survival. For thousands of years, the only job was simple: conserve energy, avoid pain, seek quick reward. That wiring never left. So when you try to work, your brain offers a distraction. When you try to train, your brain offers comfort. When you try to build something meaningful, your brain offers pleasure. Not because you are weak, but because the brain is efficient. It does not choose what is good. It chooses what is easy. And most people spend their entire lives fighting this. They try to force discipline through motivation, through hype, through speeches, through guilt. They burn willpower like fuel, and eventually they lose. Because you cannot win a long war against your own biology. So the intelligent person does something else. They stop fighting themselves. They start engineering themselves. Here's the first truth you must accept. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Your life is not the result of what you want. It is the result of what is easy. Look at your days. You do what is close, what is visible, what is convenient, not what is important. This is why discipline feels rare, because most environments are built to destroy it. Comfort within reach, distraction everywhere, effort hidden, purpose distant, and then people blame themselves. But discipline does not come from inside first. It comes from structure. The environment is the real architect of behavior. If the bed is warm and the phone is close, you will not train. If junk is visible and effort is hidden, you will not focus. If the easy path is always available, you will always take it. The brain follows friction. It moves toward what requires less energy. So stop asking, how do I become more disciplined? Start asking, how do I make the right action the path of least resistance? That is the entire game. Disciplined people do not rely on motivation. They rely on setup. They prepare the night before, they remove choices. They make the wrong action difficult and the right action automatic. They do not decide in the moment, they decide in advance. This is power, because the moment you remove choice, you remove negotiation. And negotiation is where most lives die. The internal dialogue. Maybe later. Just today. I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is a graveyard. So you need rules, not feelings. Rules do not argue. Rules do not get tired. Rules do not care how you feel. Rules execute. This is why systems work. But even systems need a gateway. And this is where the mind is tricked. The brain resists big effort, but it does not resist small beginnings. This is the 2-minute rule. Not as a productivity trick, but as a psychological weapon. Make the start so small that the brain does not feel threatened. Not train for an hour, just put on the shoes. Not write a chapter, just open the document. Not meditate for 30 minutes, just sit down. The goal is not the action. The goal is identity. You are not trying to work out. You are becoming the person who never skips. You are not trying to write. You are becoming the person who shows up. Showing up is everything. Once motion starts, inertia works for you. But even more powerful than small starts is linking behavior. The brain already runs on routines, so you hijack them. After brushing your teeth, you read 1 page. After making coffee, you write 1 paragraph. After entering the room, you train for 2 minutes. This is habit stacking. You're not creating discipline. You're attaching it to something that already exists. This is how discipline becomes automatic. And when behavior becomes automatic, it becomes unstoppable. Now let's talk about the lie that destroys most people. Procrastination is bad design. If a task is invisible, unattractive, hard, and unrewarding, the brain will avoid it every time. So every habit must follow 4 laws. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. If one of these is missing, the habit dies. This is not a moral failure. It is an engineering failure. Fix the system, and the behavior fixes itself. But here's the deepest layer, the layer that decides everything: identity. You do not act like the person you want to be. You act like the person you believe you are. Every action is a vote. Every small discipline is a signal. I am the kind of person who does not skip. I am the kind of person who keeps promises. I am the kind of person who executes. You do not change by force. You change by becoming. And when identity shifts, behavior follows effortlessly. This is the real secret. Discipline is not something you chase. It is something that emerges when your environment, systems, and identity are aligned. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop trying to win through emotion. Start building a structure that cannot fail. Design your days. Design your space. Design your triggers. Design your defaults. And let the system do what willpower never could. The old you was built by accident. The new you will be built on purpose, quietly, relentlessly, inevitably.